Good morning. I am here again to try to add on to the video that I had yesterday and show you where I left off. The camera cut off, and I now found out that my memory, not my memory, but when I delete a photo or video from my camera, I think that it clears up room in my camera, but it doesn't. I have to go to deleted files and then clear that out and get more space on my phone. So, because that's what I use for my camera. So now I think it will completely record this video, hopefully. So I want to try to get this done today so that I can add it into the signatures into the journal itself. So the last thing I worked on was this little pocket here. And I had this little card, and I showed how to put this tag thing on, I believe, anyway. Now I just need to glue this pocket down on the back. I think I'm going to use fabric tack because this is a heavy pocket, and even though the glitter glue is pretty strong, just want to make sure that I'm waiting for it to kind of run down here. Even though the glitter glue is pretty strong, it's probably not as good as strong as this can be once it dries. It just takes more time to dry. Let's see, I'm not going to leave a pocket back here. I was going to, but I'm not. So I hope I'm in frame, because it seems like every time I do a video I cannot get it. I think it's in frame because I get up and look and it looks like it is, but then when I sit down it's not. So I'm putting that on the book page that I have in there, and I'll put this little pen back into that. And this container, if you didn't see before, is Sweet Sugar Bell. It's a cake decorating bottle for like writing, and I saw this on Gail Augustinelli's videos, and so I looked for that and I bought it on Amazon. So I don't know if they have it at Hobby Lobby or not, but they might have something similar, so you don't have to do Amazon. We all kind of do Amazon these days anyway. Okay, so I'm not going to put anything on this side right now. I may change my mind, although, let's see, I have this little tag here. If I don't have a spot for that, I might put a corner pocket there. This is all journaling. I may just go back and do a little stenciling in here, but I don't need to do that necessarily on this video on camera. We made this little pocket. Oh, I can put it right in. Can I? There we go. I needed something for that pocket. So that's good there. That's really pretty. All right, and then here's some pretty page. And then we have a tag in here and a journal card. Okay, and then that was a little envelope and a paper clip. And more journal space, and a little card with a little folder thing in there. More journal, and more journal. And then we have this one that flips down. And I'll do a flip through of the whole journal once I get it on my Etsy. And, oh, this one I still need to sew around here and put backing on. Get this, and then we have a pocket here that's just clipped on with the little beads. Okay, so that, I believe, is done. Quite a bit of journaling space in this particular little book. And I did put this on the front. I don't know if you saw that, but I think you did. That I had a little old vintage doll dress or something. I cut a piece out. It was all tattered. It wouldn't be useful at all for a doll dress, but I thought it was cute for that. And okay, so let me get out my, let's see, let's put this in here where it goes in the next section, which is right there. This is going to be, oh my goodness, maybe really big. Oh, and I do want to put in here an eyelet and run sari silk tie on this instead of the rubber band that I had in here, because it's not going to fit anymore. This goes in there somewhere. have to find a spot for it. Okay, so let me put this to the side and get out my stuff for, and I have never done this in this plate and right here. Oh, this journal belongs to. I have not done this right here, so hopefully you can see it. I mean, that I can do it on this surface. Usually I use a taller table, but I want to be able to show it to you. Okay, so here's my little pouch with all my goodies in it, my thread, my needle, and here's the punch I use. This is a stiletto that I use for quilting, but it works really good to punch the holes in. It's very sharp on this end. Okay, so now I have some templates that are already made. Let me see. Hopefully one of these will be the right size and I don't have to do a new template, because I really don't like doing that. But you really do need to have one if you want to get it in there correctly. Okay, so this little line that I have here, this little line right here is the top of my page, and then this one should be the bottom of my page. So this is probably not close enough to this one. Let me see if this one matches. This one is pretty close. Let me move this up a little bit. See if that, it's a little higher. And that goes there. All right, I'm just gonna mark this, kind of make a new template. Okay, that hole is correct. This hole is pretty correct, and this hole is the one that's off. So I need to come up here and make a hole right here. But this part, okay, so if I go from the top of this, because I have this marked for the edge of the page, but it was a little bit longer than this book. So that little dot right there will be my new dot to punch the hole, so that they're in the same place. Just put a little circle or something around that so I know that that's the one. And I know that I'm going to come from the very top. Okay, so let me take this one out. And then we want to make sure that our pages are fairly lined up. Most of the pages in this one are the same size. I don't have, this one's a little smaller, but it's about even across there. And that one's okay, that's okay. This one could be moved up a little bit. Center that a little more. And this one come down a little bit. Okay, so that's our center there. So we're going to take this from the top, and I'm just going to mark it right here. Just kind of eyeballing where the center is. Oop. Wrong template. Oh, do. All right, let's do it again. Didn't even show through anyway. Okay, from the top of that into here, I can put this in the center here of the phone book. And right here. Of course, my lead's going down. And these pencil marks probably won't show And sometimes I use an erasable pen, and that will go away once you put some heat on there, like you take your iron and press it. Okay, so now that we've got that marked, I should have done this first. I'm sorry, people. Let me put that back in there. Put that nice and snug in there again. You need to clamp it on all four sides if you can. So I clamp the top and the bottom there diagonally, and then come over and clamp this part. And that stays clamped till you get it sewed in. That way you don't have any shifting. All right, so now we're back. And there's the center there of the book. So we can just take this and poke it all the way through. Poke this all the way through. Poke that all the way through. Okay, and that helps to have all the pages come down the center, because sometimes if you don't do it in a wedge sort of situation like this, some of your pages it'll be off to the side. I still have to sew around these two. Still have a little sewing to do. Okay, now I'm going to put this in the book here and push it down as far as it will go in there where I can still see it. Line it up here on the bottom, and I'm going to poke straight through the book. I guess that's called the binding, the back. But this part is hard to get. You can't put that in the crease, I don't think. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so we should have our holes poked here. This one looks like it's over a little too much. Okay, well, yeah. Okay, it is that. That's what it is. Alright, so we're going to turn this now, and I'm going to get, this is the twine or whatever I put on this book in the beginning, so I'm just going to leave a little there. And I'll go 1, 2, 3. Let me see if it's still recording. Yep, we're still recording. Yay! Okay, and then I'll get my little needle here and thread that. Like that. And then we go down the center through here and through, this is really big, through the hole there and come out. Okay, we're going to leave a tail about to there, and I sometimes will clip it right there. Otherwise, as you're fumbling around with this, your tail, you'll lose it. And then you have to start all over again. Okay, so now we're going to go through the back here, find the hole, which is right there. Like I said, it's not exact, and that's probably because, and if you have a hard time getting your needle to pull up, just take a little pair of plier things and pull it up. Okay, now we're going to go all the way to the other end, if I remember this correctly. And we're going to go down into the hole. Turn the book around. Pull it through here. Okay. clip there. And then back through the center again, the center hole, right here. And try to come up to there without splitting that thread. Okay, so get that clip off right now. Pull it nice and tight without ripping any pages. Take my needle off, set it up there for a minute. This piece goes on this side. Just switch sides. Make sure that all the seams are together. It looks okay. Okay, then we're going to tie a knot here and tie another knot. Okay, and then I usually leave those strings hanging for a while until I decide if I'm going to put charms or anything on the end. On this book I didn't put any charms at the bottom, but if I decided I want to, I can do that, and that's why I try to leave these little guys. And then if I don't, I just clip them off there. Okay, so that is in. Didn't take long. Okay, that's nice and secured. Okay. That goes to the other journal. Okay, so for some reason it looks like I put it in the wrong spot. How could I do that? Maybe not. Maybe it's just... Okay, so this one is going in to this section. Boy, I don't know. I hope I did that right. Alright, so we're going to put it right there. And I'm going to find my pencil. It doesn't take me but 2 minutes to make an entire mess, there it is, of my desk. I try not to, but I just do. Alright, so this is there. Okay, so let me mark the inside of the pages first. This was on the outside. Make sure I have the right template this time. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that these are lined up. There's no short pages. And some pages are a little longer than others, but I don't care. I think that gives it more character. And I didn't ink all of these edges. You can, or you don't have to. Now, it looks like most of mine on here, I had cut the corners, so I may go back and trim the corners on these so that it will match up. I trimmed them on this, but not the extra pages. Okay, so here's the center. And we're going to take our template, and I'm going to wedge that as best I can down there. I'm going to mark them. But I don't even need to mark them, really. I can just take it and punch right through there. And right through there. Okay. Again, I forgot to clip in the clips. I mean, you can do it without these clips, but it's better safe than sorry. And I'm sometimes forgetful about that kind of stuff. Okay, so we're good to go there. Got a bead stuck in there. Okay, so we'll take this part of the book here, And I'll take my template. Well, that's not going to match. Got to go through here. Okay, we're going to line that up as best we can there. And I'm going to try to mark this with my pencil. I need a long enough lead to get through the layers. Not working. Okay. Well, I may poke these holes again and see if I can, maybe I didn't get all the way through or something. Lead. Okay. Now my lead is going through. Okay. Some people may have a better way of doing this. I mean, I've watched a few videos on it, on how to do it. And sometimes I tend to do it different every time. And of course, I don't usually do it after the fact, after the majority of the journal is made, like this one is. Okay, so now we need 3 times the thread in this direction. Leave a little bit there. 1, 2, 3. Thread that needle. Go down through the center. Hold. Clip that. Okay. Okay, this is huge. Very, very huge. Okay. Now we've got to find, oh, it's way over here. How did that happen? I don't like where that hole is, so I don't understand why it's so far over. Okay, well, I'm going to poke a new hole right there. Okay, let's see here. It's coming out a little too much there. I guess it's just that it's, nope. I guess we'll see what happens. Not ideal. some reason I feel like I got that too. You know what? No, I thought maybe I was putting it in upside. I am. Hold on. Okay, hold on. All right, that's the way the book's supposed to go. No, I'm not putting it upside down. Okay. Yep, that's fine. Thought I was doing, I've done that. I put it upside down. Okay. I'm going to put this on the other side. So normally, like a lot of people put their pages in first and then decorate. But what if you make a mistake on your decoration? You know, you glue something in upside down, or you really don't like it after you get it in, you know, glued down. Then you can't undo your signature. I mean, you can, but it would be a lot of work. So I usually decorate my signatures first. Let me keep that hanging down for right now. But then you have all this bulk, and it does help if you take off all the pocket things out and the beads or the paper clips and things like that that'll mess you up. Okay, here's the back of the book, and we have a hole there all ready to go for the eyelet. And this is kind of messy on the end. Don't like that. So that could be solved. And I don't even really like that white thread that I put on there originally. So we can just do something that simple. This is vintage lace here. Maybe I'll just leave it kind of hanging over a little bit. Let's see, do I want to do it? It doesn't really hang over the side here, but I don't, this is another piece of old vintage. That's pretty too. That would hang over. I don't know, I kind of like it that it fits right in the spine of this. So I'm gonna just leave it like that. I'm going to cut this off a little here. This is such pretty lace. Okay. Now to glue it on, I guess fabric tack would be the ideal thing. Let me put some of this stuff out of the way real quick before I lose it. Alrighty, check and see if I'm still recording, and I am. Okay, then we can move this. These are hard to find, these old telephone books. This is from 2013, so I was lucky. I found it at a thrift store. You never know what you're going to find at thrift stores. Okay, let me put the fabric tack on here. Wait for that to come down. So I hope everybody doesn't mind that I had to do this in a set in 2 videos. I think now I have it in figured out. I mean, really figured out. And I had to go to Xfinity office, and doesn't want to come out. I've noticed the other people on YouTube are saying that they are having issues with the humidity in the air right now. So, and I don't know why I have all these shadows either. I don't want to put this on real thick because this glue is shiny when it shines through your lace. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on. Get the lid off. There we go. Okay, it's a little thicker, but I'll just be really sparse with it. So I had to go to the Xfinity office because I'm like, okay, maybe my internet is, because my internet a couple days ago, everything went haywire on that. And I called them, we got everything fixed. All my wireless devices were shut off for some reason. And actually I was uploading a video that night, and the wireless went out, so then my phone where I was uploading went to that LTE, whatever it's called, and it took all my data. That now I have to pay extra for data. I can't win sometimes. You can't win. Okay. See, I think that looks so much nicer that the string is not going to really show through there. And then it dries good there. Yeah, that'll be fine. And so let's see, what else do I need to do? Oh, put the string. So this guy was on there. Let's see how I'm going to get it off. Oh, I need a screwdriver. Little bitty screwdriver. This is one of those Tim Holtz. I don't know what you call them, but I use them when I'm using the rubber band tie closed. That's what I use. This little guy here. Okay, so now we need eyelets in there, and this is what I use for my stuff. I have a old cupcake holder, and I put my little things in there. Okay, and then we're going to stick that eyelet there. Get my trusty Crocodile. We Are Memory Keepers brand. And I think it's called a Crocodile, not a crocodile. Anyway, it took me a while to get it figured out and work. Now it's set up exactly the way I want it. So that goes in there like that. Nice good press. And it opens up. Okay, and turn it around and we'll do the next side. I don't want this video too long either, because I think that's part of the problem with getting them uploaded, is that if they're too long, they take forever. Okay, hold on. I'm going to run over and get some Sari silk. Okay, I have a big old skein of it over there that it really is a tangled mess now. But okay, so I think we just need enough to tie it down and make a bow. But you don't want to make it too short, because then you'll be sorry if it's too short. But if it is, you can always use these for the top of your tag ties. I just love the look of this. Okay, so I'm going to bring it in through the back side. It's a little difficult to get up in here, but I guess that's how I want it. Maybe I want it the other way. So that means I gotta go through the top side. Never know which side to do it on. So now we know. The top side, the bottom. I know if you use your, I put it away. Let me see, this guy might work. There we go. Just loop that through there like that. There we go. I like these little places where they tied it together. All right, so this one we got to make the same for the back side. So we're going to go through the top, right? And loop it through like this. You could probably do this without an eyelet if you put those protectors, you know, the ring binder type protector around it, maybe a couple of them, so that you're, but this is pretty thick. This was inside here. I didn't make this journal with you at the time, so I didn't explain all that, but inside here is a file folder, cardboard. And then I cut that and made a bigger spine because I knew this was going to be a bigger journal. I may glue those little dots down, those edges down a little bit better. But anyhow, that's that. And then we're just going to take this, and eventually all these kind of extra strings will kind of fall off and disappear, and they'll stop. So then we're going to take that and tie a bow right there like that, and have that coming down, more string. So there we go. What do you think? I think it's pretty cool. I might move that so it'll dangle out. We got this little dangly, and the back is plain, and then I'll just tack those down a little bit more with the glue, and then I'll finish sewing all the little pieces in here, and then it'll be all ready to put in my Etsy shop. So if it's something you're interested in, you'll be able to go over there. I'm just going to clip those off because I don't like those string. I didn't like these ties in the first place. That was my problem. I didn't want to leave them hanging because I don't really like them. But I thought at the time the string would look good. I should have tea dyed it or coffee dyed it, something like that. And I thought today, since it's so warm out, I thought I might try that tub dyeing, where you lay the papers in the tub and let it set and let it dry and then pull out the top pages. I guess that's how it works. I'd have to watch it again. Okay, so there we are. I hope you enjoyed the video today and that it went through. And we'll see you back here again in the next video. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.